What up, though, One Pride? This is the Roar of the Lions UK podcast, the podcast where One Pride goes worldwide. My name is Anthony Fitzpatrick, and this is DPR, the forum where we bring your draft knowledge to life through a series of prospect videos where we look at the tape of some of our favourite prospects from the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft. If you've not checked out the earlier videos in this series already, I would encourage you to do so. If you like this sort of thing, I've already profiled Old Miss defensive tackle Walter Nolen, the Boston College edge Donovan Ezeiruaku, the UNLV wide receiver Ricky White, and today I'm going to do another one of my more favoured players in this draft, but it is also a request as well for our good friend Brent DeWitt, who has supported this channel time immemorial. We really appreciate you, Brent, and I asked him if he wanted me to do a certain player, and this is the guy he asked for, and it just so happens to be one I liked as well. So let's just dive right down on into this, and today we are going to be taking a look at another edge rusher, and it comes out of the ACC. This is Elijah Roberts from the Southern Methodist University Mustangs, also known as SMU. Elijah Roberts, hailing from Miami in Florida, was a four-star recruit into the collegiate scene 5 years ago. He's 6'4", 285 pounds currently, although he's been playing closer to 300 during the season. He's trimmed himself up a little bit. He's a 5-year collegiate player, spent the first 3 years at his hometown Miami of Florida Hurricanes, wasn't quite able to break into the team there, so he made the decision to transfer to SMU for the last 2 years, and what an inspired decision it was for him. He was a team captain this year, which, considering it was only his second year on the team, is quite the achievement for him. So, you know, we're looking for requisites possibly for Lions law. They like the team captains. Elijah Roberts fits that mould. In terms of the player himself and the stats he's racked up, I mean, he was a 3-year rotational player at Miami, didn't really get much action there, so these are his SMU stats from the last 2 years. Bearing in mind, year 1, they played in the AAC, the American, in the group of 5. Year 2, they moved to the ACC, to the Atlantic Coastal in the Power 4, so he's played at 2 different levels with these guys. But yeah, his stats over the last 2 years: 131 quarterback pressures. That includes 21 sacks, 18 hits, and 92 quarterback hurries. You got 3 batted passes, 4 forced fumbles, 52 total tackles, 24 tackles for a loss, 51 run stops, and a 17.6% missed tackle rate. So that's one of the little things we're going to have to talk about him at some stage. In terms of special teams, he is a special teamer. He works the field goal blocking and kick return units on the special teams for SMU. Got plenty of reps under his belt there, so yeah, he's a special teams guy as well. He was the second highest graded edge in the nation by PFF last year, if PFF's your thing, and again, that was his first year as a Power 4 starter, so it just goes to show what a good year he's had. The relative athletic score, again, for anyone who's interested, 8.36, so, you know, for a big chunky monkey like him, good athleticism, that is not a problem with him either. The draft range is all over on this guy at the minute. Me personally, I think he's a day 2 guy, probably around 3-ish guy, but there are a lot of people out there who think he's going to slip into day 3, as in some people who think he's going to slip as late as around 5, which for me I would just find incredulous. I think he's much better than that personally. I'd say I'd take a day 3, I'd take a day 2 pick on him quite happily, but you know, there's that group of edge rushers out the ACC this year, him, Ashton Gillotta, guys like that, who just seem to be highly disrespected in this draft cycle, which I do not get at all. I wanted to, before we start the tape on this, also just give the scouting report on him, because then we can sort of have a look about, you know, during his tape, whether any of this is true or not. But I use TDN. I like the Draft Network's sort of breakdowns on everybody. So the plus minuses for him, according to the Draft Network, we can make our own assumptions while watching the video here. The pluses: his strength, his bend, his speed to power, the hands, and the range he has in the ground game. All pluses I really very much agree with. The minuses, the knocks they have on him, it's the mass for him to live inside, the fact that he's been a tweener in college, and we don't like tweeners, but in this case I make an exception for him, and his 1v1 tackling, which with his high missed tackle percentage over his career, I can kind of buy that one. But he was one of those guys who was sort of used on the interior more to begin with. I know Miami tried it with him, and then SMU found him more of a permanent home on the edge, and he's just really flourished there. But at 285, I think there's certainly a possibility he can live on the inside as well. But that's sort of the little breakdown on him, the little bits about him there. Let's just watch the tape and let's see what we come to with ourselves. So for this one, as always, give a little bit of context to the game in question, so we can sort of factor that into the evaluation with him. This is SMU's game against Louisville. It was a high-scoring, highly contested game, which SMU ended up winning 34-27. So bear in mind Elijah Roberts, where he is himself here. It's week 6. This is just his second game as an ACC starter in his career. Like I say, he was a minor rotational guy at Miami initially. He played in the group of 5 last year. He's come up to the Power 4, but as a starter and one of the main protagonists on this defensive line, the one that everybody's looking at, this is just his second start, so he's still adjusting to the level of competition, really, at this point. And you have to take that into account. Had a really good game against Florida State the week before, but no offence, Ash, sorry, Louisville were a lot better than Florida State this year, so the standard competition is higher. The O-line for Louisville is a very experienced offensive line. I'll go through them one by one, but 3 of them were transfers. One was from Yale, one's from Northern Illinois, I think the other was from Georgia Southern, but very experienced left guard and centre who've been at the team for 5 years apiece, I believe. So it's a decent standard they're coming up against. Everybody on that line has at least 3 years of starting experience on there. So it's a good level of opposition that he's going up against. So I say, this is going to be his tape against Louisville. So let us quickly get into this. Just let me find my monitor. Here we go. Let's get this screen done up for everybody. So I'm just going to go through all the plays here, as we always do. There's quite a few where maybe there's a bit less to see on here, but I like to see a whole game footage and see what it's about. So this is the very first play of the game for him. So he's lining up at the 7 technique here. Point about where he likes to play. He plays with the vast majority of his snaps at the 7 technique, the 9 technique, or at a wide 9, which for a nearly 300-pound edge rusher seems a little odd, but, he finds a way to make it work. So this first play, it's a run play. The run does go away from him, but I do keep notes here that he does well to keep disengaged from a left tackle, left guard double team. And, one of the things you're looking for with an edge rusher, do they get hung up on blocks? Are they able to disengage from blocks? You don't want a guy who can't separate, because then he's not going to be that good against the run, is he? But here's a little example to start this of how he's able to stay disengaged and make a play if needed. Let's say the run doesn't go for a great deal there. You can see him, he's just to the left-hand side of the post here at sort of that 7 technique spot. And you see the left tackle and the left guard are going to come up and combo block him, but watch how they can't keep him there. Obviously they kind of run into one another, but then he's free, he's able to come across if need be to make a play there. Again, not much to see, but I like the fact that he's able to keep off the combo block there. So yeah, good little start there for him. Unfortunately in this recording there's no downs, distance and point in the game here, so we're just going to get the plays as they are. Out at the 7 technique again here, you can see him, the number 5. I like this play. There doesn't seem much to it, but again, you have to look for the little nuances sometimes with these defensive linemen. So for me, he holds his edge well here. He doesn't allow an inside cut for the running back. This allows the linebacker to jump the outside route because he knows the running back's not coming inside and bringing the running back down. This is holding your edge well, and I'll show you kind of from the back a bit more. You can't, sometimes again with a lot of these you see it better from the back. So there he is, number 5, just to the left hand side of the post. Running back is going to come across, the handoff's going to go to the left, and I'll just stop it here. So at this point the running back's coming across, he's got his gap upheld here. There's no way this running back is going to cut inside because he's kept his gap integrity. And what this means, the linebacker just behind him, he knows it's not coming inside. That allows him to put the brakes onto the outside, come across and make the tackle. again, that might be subject to scrutiny, etc. But I do like the fact that there was no inside option for the running back there. Again, he's helping his teammate be able to make a play, because his teammate knows that running back is not cutting back inside. He can put the jets on, help bring that down there. For me, that is good gap integrity, although it may not look like it. This time, a rare play where he's going to be at the 4-eye. There's nothing really much to this. He's going to try come round the outside. He drops round, comes round the outside. It's a really good pass downfield. Tyler Shook cooked in this game. Really good catch as well. Really good tackle to stop the touchdown there. But yeah, he's just over here again, the number 5 to the left-hand side of the post. But yeah, he's going to try come round the formation this time, but just doesn't have enough time to get to the quarterback. You see, he does shake off the right tackle fairly quickly though. But yeah, when you're doing that, you've got to get to the QB quickly, and maybe not necessarily his thing there. Right, so obviously long completion. We're down in red zone defense now. This is a run play. He's out there, as you can see, at the 7 tech again. Good initial contact strength with the right tackle. Allows him to get his arm free and can chop his way off the block. The run is stuffed down the middle, but we're going to watch him here specifically and how you get off these blocks. And again, it's better to see it from the back. So we'll play the first through straight away. Let's say the run's stuffed nice and early there, but we want to watch him and how he's doing. So here he is, just right out on the right hand side. You're going to see the initial contact come up, and I'll stop it just after he's contacted him. So look, see there, the nice initial contact. He's got one hand on the tackle. That allows him to have the free arm there. It's good strength to be able to keep him at bay. And then just watch how he chops his way off the block, and then he's able to get free from it. Now obviously the runs come in this direction, so it doesn't make any difference on the play, but you'll want to see the hand fighting technique. I mean, on a play where it does come his way, that's going to matter, because then he's going to be able to make a tackle on the running back if he wishes to. But for me, good technique there from Elijah, and what I'm looking for in my edge rushers. Touchdown this play, so he gets a good bull rush on the right tackle this time, but then the right guard's going to come across to double team him as a result of one of the interior players completely rinsing him. But yeah, you're going to see his strength here. So up he comes on the right tackle. You see him pushing him all the way back, but then it's a double team. Just kind of takes him out of the play. It's a good throw. It's a touchdown for Louisville. So yeah, he's lining opposite the tight end here at this point, so he's kind of out at nearly the 9 at this point. But watch the interior guy absolutely rinse the right guard. He's just going to swipe his way right over him, so the right guard is then going to come across and double team Elijah. So you see the drop, you see the strength there. He is pushing him back, but then the double team comes in and they just lever him out the play. In fairness, really good blocking there from the Louisville offensive line, but kind of figured it would have been a one-on-one if the defensive tackle hadn't absolutely destroyed him with that swim move to start with, to leave him looking for a second assignment. But yeah, very good play from Louisville there. 209. He's not even in this play. I don't know why he's listed as. This is number 15 at the top here, not number 5. I think someone misread this while doing the footage, so we'll just go straight through this play. Elijah Roberts is not actually in on this play, but we'll just go straight through for it. And he's back in here again. You can see him because he's an absolute hulking figure of a man. This is a run play, so left tackle does really well here. The left tackle gets him turned around, easily levers him out the play. This is, collegiate players, you win some, you lose some. They don't win every rep. But this is good play from the left tackle. He just turns him round, as you can see, gets him right out of there. Don't want to let that happen at the next level. Obviously, it's just when you're a late day 2 pick, when you're an early day 3 pick, potentially, a lot of the times the problems you have, it's just consistency with play. You can do it, but you don't show it consistently enough. And there's just a few plays you see in this thing. So here you go. He's just in the middle here, as you can see. He's been turned around, and he's just at mercy there. There's no way he's making a play. It's great great play from the left tackle, to be fair. So yeah, he got on that play, as they say. He's at the 7 technique here. This is a pass play, so another strong swipe to get on the inside of the left tackle. Again, his scouting report mentions his hands. His hands are very good. They're very violent, very strong. They certainly are a plus point of his. But the left guard's going to be there to double him up again, so he's unable to make an impact on the play. You see, swipe there to get through. And again, a lot of these passes come out uber quick as well, so it's hard for a lot of the SMU rushers to get at him. So you can see him lining up quite wide out here. He's going to move inside just before the play starts. Say just a bit more towards your 7 spot there. But then you see, watch the swipe. You saw it very, very briefly there. Just have to put it back a tiny bit. Oh, have I gone past it? I've gone past it, as I always do. Just try to put this out there. So, yeah, this is the right one. Just trying to catch the moment where he just hits his way through this left tackle. So just here, you think he's gone. The tackle's arm's quite wide. Bang, just swipes him straight out the way. Tries to hit this gap here. Obviously, the left guard's crossing. He just had no time to get to the quarterback. That ball is out so quick. But again, good hand technique, good hand fighting is one of his plus points, and is what I really do like about him. Let's change my notes over. So again, he's at the 7 technique here. This is another pass play. This is another thing I like about him. So it's a fake handoff here. He doesn't bite on a lot of fakes. There's one example in this table where it does, but he's very disciplined when it comes to his gap integrity. A lot of times you'll see edge rushers sucked in by fake handoffs and that. He doesn't bite on the fake here. He sees the screen passes going out. He tries to intercept it, but he can't. But then he does help to finish the tackle, so he's very active. So, say it comes up, look at him. He's holding. See him come back in and get the tackle there. Again, you sort of see it from this view. There'll be a potential. So here, number 5, right on the edge, barking someone over to his sideline. But just watch the gap integrity that he keeps here. So, you know, he threatened to. Well, it was a dump off, not a handoff there. But see, he's not been sucked inside like a few of the other guys have. He's maintaining his gap discipline there. Sees the ball coming out, tries to get his hand up to it, can't. And then helps make the tackle, but I just like the fact that he doesn't get sucked in. You've got to maintain your edge at all times. Got to be very disciplined with it. For me, I like that. And then more examples of him not, falling for it either in this as well. So, go. Guy's got a brain. Doesn't get suckered in too easy by the trick plays. This is another pass out really quick. So you can see he's out at basically a wide 9/9 technique here. He's coming from out wide, but he's got such a distance to cover. Ball's there, ball's out. It's just, and there's pressure coming from the other side as well. So yeah, a lot of these plays are redundant because the edges just don't have time to do it. You can see the other guy's just a little bit closer inside here. And yeah, ball's got to be gone quick or he gets sacked. But yeah. Good take for Tyler Shook, actually. He doesn't take too many unnecessary sacks. Just gets rid of it if he thinks he is in danger. This is really good example of his run defense here. Obviously at 285, you would hope he could be. So this is so you'll see the anchor here. So this is really strong one-armed anchor against the right tackle. And because he's just got the one arm on him, it allows him to disengage, help him take down the running back. I say it all the time with defensive linemen I profile. Engage, disengage, tackles. One of my favourite things to see, even though it's so basic, but I'm a basic guy. You can see there, just look at the strength he has on that right tackle. Probably get it good from you from this view again, actually. But yeah, here he is, right on the edge. And just look at the arc he's got on him here. He's forcing the right tackle back. Obviously, running back can see the gap here, but he's right underneath him. And then comes across, helps make the tackle on the running back. Really good play, and you can see it even better from here. So, just out on the right-hand side. I love this angle. It's such a great angle as well to be able to see this from. So, look at it go. And look there, you can see one hand free. He's got one hand holding the right tackle up, one hand free there to be able to chop off the block when he comes to. You see, off he goes, and then right down into the running back. There's another guy tackling him as well, but again, that's really good strength there from him. And again, when it comes to one of his plus points, you talk about the strength. That's why at 285 he can really hold his own against some of the bigger tackles that he'll come up against. So yeah, really like that play for him. Next up, he's at the 7-tech. We got another pass play. So he tries to get under the outside shoulder of the left tackle, but the running back chip blocks him, and he has to drop the long way inside. It's too late to make a play by then. So yeah, we'll watch this. I don't like this as much from him. So you got to see, come around the outside, but he gets the chip, and then he sort of has to come around inside again. And by the time he's gone all the way around, Shook's gone out in the other direction. I want to see him show a little bit more strength here. I don't want to see him getting chip blocked by running backs, but he'll get his own back later. But you'll see here. So here he is, right on the edge on the outside. He loves to come in from wide angle. So you can see him goes around the edge on the outside. You see, left tackle's got a good hand on him there, but then the running back's just going to come up, chip block him, knock him back inside. Just cannot get free of the block there. It's really good work by the left tackle. But I want to see him kind of knock that running back off him when he comes round at 285. But again, inconsistency in play sometimes is why he's going to be picked where he is. But, you know, nobody is perfect. We're dead on 5 minutes. He's at the 7-tech again now. We've got another pass play. So he shimmies past the right tackle, heads for the quarterback who throws it into the ground. So good pressure on the quarterback here. So just shimmies past him. Two of them there. They throw it away. I don't know how intentional the block is from the right tackle here. So he's just lined up opposite the tight end. See how wide he goes. He loves to go really wide. It reminds me of what Hutch used to do, and I didn't really like that so much. I think he needs to drop in a bit more, but you're going to see him come up, shimmy past the block there, really well just to shake him off, and then two of them force Shook into throwing it into the ground. So good pressure on the quarterback, and again, just really easily dismissed that right tackle there. Just a little swipe, and he was all the way through. So we've got 7 technique again. This is another pass play. And again, he holds his position here. Well, this again, there's a man in motion coming across. It would be easy for him to follow the man in motion, but he holds his gap really well. He does try to get inside the passing lane, but he's a smidge too late to get there. But again, this is all about gap integrity. So you see him there. This is a bit easier to see from the back. Yeah, it's a nice little slingshot pass from Tyler Shook there to be able to get it out of the way. Just bear with. So we can see this a little better from the back, and we'll see. So here he is, just up at the top. Again, lining up opposite the tight end, but you're going to see the man in motion come across, and you see he's not going to get sucked in to the play and get put out of position. So here he comes. So look, he just takes that little step there. He's not going to commit inside. Just keeps his angles open just in case the handoff is made. And that means when he sees that it's still in the quarterback hands, he's not running in this direction with the running back. He's in a position to go and try and be able to make a play on the quarterback. You can see him come up here. He's looking at the lane. He's trying to get in the passing lane. Just misses it by a smidge. But again, for me, that's just really good discipline to not get fooled, because he could have easily been sent for a ride outside there and not be able to make a play. But he stops, he thinks about it, he sees where it is, tries to make a play on the ball. He's not able to, and it does go out to the running back eventually, but I think that's more of an example of a good play for me. Again, I want my edge rushers to be disciplined. We're at 5:50 now. A rare example of him at the 4-eye here. This is a pass play, and this is a sack from him, and this is where it gets good. This is where the tape of him is good. For a guy who was playing at 295 this year, he's rapid. He is great with his short area speed at getting to the quarterback. So you're going to see him swipe and swim past the left tackle. Good contact balance to stay on his feet, and the closing speed to the quarterback is great, and he executes a decent open field tackle for the for the sack. So we'll just play this through. So you see, hand up in the air there, swipe through, keeps his hands up, through he goes, and down the quarterback goes for a massive sack on the play. Now there's a few things to go through here. So look, as I say, he's just at the 4-eye on the left tackle's inside shoulder, and just watch the violent hands initially to get past him. Look, there you go, swipes through, he's got the gap here. Now this is a contact balance because the left guard's leg is sticking out and he's bundled into him. So you look at the contact balance to stay on his feet. Now this is a good sack, but this is where the stuff about his one-on-one tackling does come from, because it's a very clunky sack and he actually misses him with the hands. He trips him at the end to be able to get him down. We see he brings him up, he kind of off him, and then all does slip a bit. Now I'm not trying to take that away from him at all. A sack is a sack, but this is where his tackling just needs to be refined a little bit. Because on another day, a better quarterback might have escaped from that. But I'm not going to ping him too much. It's great to get through. And they say, just get him here. He's kind of been thrown off a little, but he's able to trip him. And, it's the relentlessness about it. I will never, ever, be sorry for a guy being relentless and doing what he can to get a quarterback down. So it's just more of a minor note there. This is where some of the refinement needs to come with him. Just finishing. It's just say, when you've got 92 pressures in college and 21 sacks and that, it's a decent conversion ratio, but sometimes you would like it to be higher as well. And his certainly can. He can have even more sacks than that if he just refines that technique just a tiny bit. But again, splitting hairs. Next play, we're at the 5 technique this time. It's a passing play. He tries to hit the inside, but he gets cleared out by a pulling blocker. This guy who's just in the backfield here. I think it's the tight end. I won't call him a fullback, but hey-ho. Is a good hit on him here. And again, at his speed, at his size, you kind of just want to see a little bit more out of him there. But again, everybody gets got in college. That should be a touchdown. It's a really bad drop from the receiver. But as I say, you can see him just lining up opposite the left tackle here. It's going to be this number 11 who comes across and hits him into the dirt. So he's very concentrated trying to get in there. He's on the inside of his man, which is good. But then just bang. It's a really good chip in fairness, but I'm not sure he was entirely fully concentrating on that one there. Just gotta be careful there, laddo. Don't want to be getting cleared out by these guys who are a lot smaller than you. He's at the 7 technique on this one. Again, another pass play. He drops inside, but right into a centre right guard combo, and they do effectively block him out the play. This is where the tweener stuff comes into it. People saying, can he, when we watch Walter Nolen's tape, the dude just took on double teams for breakfast, but he is 25, 30 odd pounds heavier, and he's just freakishly athletic as well. We see him drop inside, but yeah, the 2 block him, and Shook's able to sort of scramble out of the pockets. Bad throw, should really complete it. You can see it a bit better here. So he's just here to the right hand side of the right tackle. And then, he's going to do this little move where he's going to drop inside, but then the 2 guys get him. The centre is under him at this point, and then the right guard's going to have no problem at all sort of keeping him out. I mean, he's relentless. He does keep going. I'll give him that. He keeps fighting till the end of the play, but just got to use a little bit more strength there. Just use your domineering power to get under one of those guys there, because, he has the ability to. You see it quite a lot of times. We're out on the next one here. So he's out a bit wider at the 9 tech this time. So you'll see this vicious inside swipe on the right tackle, and he'll just power past him. The quarterback has to hurry a pass away, which is somehow caught for a gain. It's really good from the receiver, but here, this is the hands that they talk about and just why he's so good. You see there, they just hassles him into making that throw, and somehow the guy catches it and gets the first down. But, we're not looking at how bad the rest of the SMU defense here. We're looking at how good Elijah Roberts is. So here he is, right on the edge again. But just watch the violent hands he uses. This right tackle, Bush, just completely hits him out the way. See how he's just gone to the inside. He's just absolutely done him like a kipper, as we say over here. Good closing speed, forces a really hurried throw, and that is just a really good play. As an edge rusher, there's not a lot you can do there. That throw is low, it really shouldn't be caught, the guy shouldn't have so much time to get free. But for Roberts himself, yeah, I love those violent hands of his. They're one of his premier tools, and you can just see him there. That right tackle just did not stand a chance with him at all. He's back at the 7 tech this time. This is a run play, so he helps collapse the pocket. He gets inside the pulling tight end's attempt to block and swallows up the running back. He uses him as a human shield, and again, this is what you want to see from the 285 or 295 pounder in this case. This is one of his selling points. He's good against the run and he's good at getting to the quarterback. It's just the consistency and some of the technique with him. Obviously, just 2 years as a starter. He ain't fully developed yet, and he's trying to find his right position on the line. But there's just so many good plays you see, which you're like, yeah, I'm here for this. So, if you just bear with, so this tight end, I think it's the number 83 here, is going to pull across to him. And you're going to see him just help collapse this pocket inside. Like, the left tackle's going to drop inside. He's going to push the left tackle inside a bit. But, yeah, watch 83 here. I hope I've got the right play. So, yeah, out it comes. And then you see him here, contacts him. And just look how he's able to get past the block. Like, the guy just... He's completely overset. Elijah Roberts is here. The running back, I'm about to run straight into this guy. And there you go, swallows him up. Just a big bear hug. He's just like, come here, you're mine. I want to give you a cuddle. I love this from him. This is just great run defense on the edge. So we'll see it again and just watch how he just gets inside so quickly. He's helping collapse the pocket in the middle there, but he breaks his marker. Come here, honey, give me a hug. I want a hug. I really want a hug. There you go. Great run defense from the big guy there. Really, really, really like that. We got a run play here. He's out at the wide 9. The right tackle gets his vengeance on him this time. Manages to lever him outside, keep him sealed off. And, you know, this is where we talk about consistency. Good play from the right tackle there. Hole opens up. They're able to get some good yardage on the play. I mean, this right tackle is a monster as well. He was like a 3-year starter at Yale, I think he was, but come up to the big leagues, had a really good season. But yeah, consistency issues here. And what does he kind of do better here? There you see, he's sort of under him a bit. You've got both arms on, not able to get the separation you need. That just allows him to keep him occupied long enough for that gap to be open. So that's a win for the right tackle on that play. We've got another run play here. He's not involved because it's stuffed so quickly. Tries a little go around the outside, but they keep... Notice how they're running away from him. They're not running to him anymore. Look, straight across. He's trying to come around the outside, but there's just no way he can make a play here. Good fighting again. He's very tenacious. Every single play. He never takes a play off. And that does count for something. Right, we got him out at the wide 9 this time. So he evades the tight end who's leaking out for a pass. He has the left tackle 1v1. For me, this is one of the things, this is a mark against him. So for me, he has a free rush round the outside, but for some reason he stutters and comes inside and loses his momentum. I would prefer him to commit to the speed rush on this play, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. Again, it's just consistency. He just that little stutter at the end. So you can actually see it well on this play from this angle for a change. But the running through traffic, tight end's going to pull out. Like how he avoids it there. But look here, you've got the tackle on the inside, you've got the quarterback on the outside. You've got an ability to speed rush around the outside here. But he's going to stutter. And then he comes back inside and he allows the tackle to get back at him. Now there are 2 free rushers here who are coming up. But just for him himself, and it is a throwaway. And you can see it from the back angle here. I just want him to commit to it. And again, maybe just a couple of years of pass rushing. You want to get your pass rush plan right. And again, I like the way you evade the traffic. Don't take a chip block. That's good. And now here, you can see it even better. Shook's rolling back. here. He's not going up into the pocket. You have a run round the outside. You can make this guy grab. Whether he thinks Shook's going to come back up into the pocket because this free rush is here, I don't know. But you see the shimmy back inside, and it just allows the tackle to hold him off long enough to not make an impact on the play. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't go there. But I just want to see that consistency from him a little bit more. He had the opportunity to just go hell for broke there. He didn't take it. But again, college players, they'll always have plays where you're like, but you just want to see the overall growth from them, and they do here. Next up, we got a pass plays at the 7 tech again. Vicious chop to the left guard to get past, but this is an uber quick screen pass, so he can't get near to the quarterback. But again, we're looking at the technique of the player himself. I mean, just look how quick that ball's out. There's no way he's able to make a play on that. But we're watching for his technique, and you know, in his scouting report, as I mentioned again, it's the strength and the hands. That's what we want to see here. So he's just on the edge here, in the middle. So watch him come inside. Look at that little chop. You just see it very, very quickly. Can I just get it a frame enough? Small enough frame? Damn it. Let's just put it back a tiny bit. So, yeah, just on the edge here. You just see that big chop he gives to him to get past. But just, again, can't do much else on the play. But we're just watching the hands. We're watching the strength. We always want to look through that. So, yeah, just on the edge here again. I'll play it through, but you'll see the swipe. Bang! And through he goes. Very aggressively violent hands. Line 30. This is another pass play. He's at the 5 technique here, a little bit more inside. He wrecks the left guard with a bull rush, then a swim. But again, the ball just comes out lightning quick, so it's hard for him to really do anything about it. But again, you'll see it better from the back here. It's this domineering strength that he has. So you see, he's lined up, lines up to the 5 there, and then just watch the initial impact with the left guard. Bang! He's already got him backwards, and then just swims past him, hits him down. Left guard just didn't stand a chance one-on-one with him there. It's really good play from him. Individual, which is why I don't get this argument about the tweener stuff. He can hit the guards on the inside as well as he can hit the tackles. I think if you want to play him in a 3-man front, you can do, and then switch to a 4, put him right on the edge. But that's just sheer strength there to bully the left guard out the way. And if that ball's out a split second later, there's another sack on the bill for him. Got him out the 7 tech this time, another pass play. He's double teamed by the right tackle and the tight end this time. He fights really hard, but he's blocked out the play. This is the thing he's going to have to adapt to at the next level. His size, you're going to have to do a little better with the double teams. You see him out there. He's very active, trying to, keeps trying. And obviously, play comes up. It's a bit of a busted play, really. They're able to get a little bit out of it. But at the worst, you want to see is the effort. You don't want to see him give up, and he doesn't give up. You see him just opposite the right guard, right tackle and the tight end here. And the block on him, as you can see, he's still trying. You can see he's fighting, he's shaking his way off. Eventually does shake his way off, does come looking for the ball. Maybe it would have been better staying back on that case, but, I'll never knock effort. You'll always want to see the effort from these guys. So this is a run play. This is a really big run play from Louisville. He's at the 7 tech here. Now, Elijah Roberts himself, again, you're going to watch, he's going to chop his way off the tight end's block. The run goes in the opposite direction. There's nothing he can do here. But we're just watching Elijah Roberts and his hands again. See the chop there to get off the block from him at the top, but really good run from the running back. Which completely splits that gap in the middle, and it goes a long, long way. But we're not watching the run necessarily here. We're watching Elijah Roberts just over here opposite the tight end. And again, watch the hand usage to get off the block. It's just so good. You see there the swim. I'll quickly put it back on there. So it's the speed. Look, he's locked up with him here, and then split second later, bang, he's off him, swims across, just pure strength there. And if the run does come his way, his gap's maintained there with these two guys, but unfortunately everyone else is bottled up on this side. There's nothing Elijah Roberts can do about that, but again, his technique, what he does, his part of the play, he does really, really, really well. He's not involved. This is another run play. He doesn't have time to get involved in this one. So it's a screen to the other side. Again, Louisville and their motion and everything. It's a really fun offense to watch Louisville's. I never mind it, but you can see Elijah here just coming to this side, but motion man's going to come across, just take it completely away from him. There's absolutely nothing you can garner from this play at all. You can just watch a nice screen, just watch a nice motion play from Louisville there. There's another run play. He's at the wide 9 this time. He goes outside the left tackle, but the run goes inside. I think sometimes with some of these shorter yardage runs, I'd like to see him a little closer on the inside. As you see, he's going to go around the outside here, but the run goes inside. You're not able to make a play, especially in these short yardage situations. I'd rather he just shift inside a little bit, because odds are this thing's always going down the middle. You're not going to try and hit outside the tackles at this point. See him just right at the top here, really wide out. But if you're going to try the route round the edge, now obviously you're holding this gap as well, and you can see they're effectively holding it on this side, these two. They're not getting moved out the way. So it goes down, they try to go through, they get a few yards. But I would like to see him a little bit more on the interior there. This is a really good play from him. So he's at the 4-eye this time. It's very tough to show you from this angle where he's at, but you'll see him, he wrecks the right tackle off the snap with a swim move. He comes inside to help tackle the running back. We'll just watch this one straight through from this angle. You can see it much better from here. So you're watching for number 5. He's just here, just opposite the right tackle. The right tackle's basically going to lunge at him and he's just going to knock him straight out the way. So I'll show it you full through first so you can see him here. And just watch. Down he goes at the 4-eye. Swipe right past him, inside, helps make the tackle on the running back. And we'll just show it you in slow-mo here, so let's wait until he sets inside at the 4-eye. Last minute switch, there he goes. And just watch how quick he beats this man off the snap. Snap, beating him. Right tackle's going to the ground, he's already through his gap here. Quarterback's barely turned and he's already beaten his man. And then just watch, you see him just here on the edge, just comes inside, helps make sure the running back goes no further. You see the big number 5 coming down on the running back there. He just wrecks his man. When you want red zone defense, you need to win off the snap quickly. I'll quickly show you one last time. I say, here is inside, one-on-one matchup here. Look how quick this is won. Bang, already won. Barely even clicked and then stopped that play there, and he's already through. Comes inside, helps stop the run there. It's fantastic run defense. I really do like a lot of aspects of his run defense. It's really, really good. And again, this is the new level of competition you're coming up against here. It's just his second game in the Power 5 starting here for SMU. So when you see a lot of positive plays like this, you know, for me, shows you that you've got a good player on your hands. He's at the 5 tech here. This is a pass play. He gets through the right tackle tight end combo block. He pursues the quarterback. But the QB sort of dumps it off and it nearly goes for a touchdown. But again, for me, this is another really positive play. We'll see from the back again easy. You can see him at the top there. He fights his way through the block, and then he's one of these 3 guys chasing out. Quarterback dumps it off, gets to the 2-yard line. But you talk about him wanting to beat the combo blocks. Here he is, stood up just at this point, just on the outside shoulder of the right tackle. Tight end is just inside the line there. Goes to the 4-eye again. And then look, he hits in there. You can see him, he's in the double block, he's in the double team at the minute. Fights his way through, just shrugs off, which again I like, and they force Tyler Shook back. He has that little dump off there which goes, but for me, still a good play from the guys on defense. Just a little bit of a coverage, but sometimes those things happen. But you want to put pressure on the QB in a red zone defense situation. That's 2 good red zone D plays in a row from him, for me. I think that was really good. This is another run play. He's not involved in this. I would like to see him clear out the running back, though. Running back comes up to lay a hit on him. You see him there. Running back gives him a little bit of afters as well. I just want to see him destroy. Remember when Walter Nolen just absolutely destroyed that LSU running back on that double team? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sicko, but here he is right on the far edge. He's going to come in. Running back's up against him. I want to see him wreck that running back there. Like, absolutely destroy him. They don't quite get it over the line, but in terms of his effect on the play, can't have long, because the run again goes away from him. And this is just a short yardage touchdown. Again, he's quite far out wide. Nothing you can really do here. Over it goes. Very persistent from Louisville to get the touchdown there. Yeah, in it goes. Nice little dive through. Somehow doesn't get touched all the way, but that's absolutely great. Is it the 5 tech here? This is a pass play. This is a touchdown. This is a nearly full length of the field touchdown. So the left guard holds up really well against him, but you'll see the hands are really active. He does get separation in the end, but he's just a bit too late to make a play on the ball, and this thing gets housed. So here he is. You see, left tackle holds up, eventually separates from him, but by that point, it's really bad coverage from the DB. Just what is that for a tackle? Just allows it straight downfield. It's crazy. But yeah, here's Elijah, number 5. You see the left guard is going to hold up pretty well against him after that mauling he got off him earlier. But you can see the arms are active again. He's really trying his hardest to get through. You see him active, eventually shakes him off, but by this point, Tyler Shucks had too much time, and that is just the worst tackle you'll ever see in your life. Something Will Harris would do. Man's always going to catch shade from me. So this one, even though we've slightly gone already, he's at the 9 technique. This is a pass play. This is a busted flea flicker. He is blatantly held by the right tackle, but he eventually gets 3. He hurries the quarterback into a bad throw. This is good hustle from him, but it's good strength as well. You see the flea flicker here. He gets around the edge. He's one of the 2 who forced the throw into the middle of nowhere. You can see it better from the back here. And I can make my point that he's getting held. So yeah, number 5 at the 9. Quite far out there. And look, so yeah, initially grapples up well. But then watch how he gets free, and look there. There is a hold. That is holding. That is a lot of holding. He's managed to get free from him. Dude's holding him. The ball's getting just behind the post here, flicked out this way. Still getting held. Eventually though, breaks free from the block. Tyler Shucks here. Through he comes. Got a throw because he's about to get banjaxed by 2 different SMU players, but really good strength from Elijah Roberts there. Again, his plus point, and he was blatantly getting held, and it's not the only example of this of where he's blatantly getting held. 14:34, need to switch pages. This is another pass play. He's at the 5 technique this time. He gives the right tackle all sorts of problems again. He rips to the outside. He's clearly getting held again. And then he dives back inside. And his helmet's clearly getting grabbed as the tackle holds on for dear life. There is nothing called on this play. It's ridiculous. I'll show it you from the back though. But the right tackle just can't deal with him. Which rip to the outside. He comes back inside. Ball's out for a pass. It doesn't look like he's got nowhere near him, but this should be called twice. And I'll show you why. So again, this is just the brute strength. Cannot deal with him. So he's just hand in the dirt, just here, opposite him, just on the outside shoulder of the right tackle. So watch as I say, it's the rip to the outside. Rip to the outside, and I just missed it very briefly there, but he's getting held on it. Let's just because he's grabbing his jersey, preventing him from going outside. I have to try very hard to get this point here. So he rips. So the hold is starting to happen here. He's on his shirt, he's pulling it, and then he comes inside, and watch the helmet. He's on the helmet here. You can see his helmet's getting dragged to the side. There you go, there's the better example. Look, hand on helmet. He's just beaten him, all ends up and he's passed, and the tackle is trying to hold on. That is a helmet call. I don't know why it doesn't get called. Shuck gets the pass away, but that right tackle just is not able to deal with him in the slightest. He's just too strong. He holds him and grabs his helmet on the same play, and yeah, nothing gets called. It's ridiculous. He'd do well in Detroit, not getting calls from refs. He's at the 7 technique here on a run play. Fights his way past the left tackle's block and makes the run stop. This is good strength again from him. This is another example of how good he is with the D. See him there, swallows up his running back. Again, it's a bit better to see from the back view. You can see the technique a little better employed. So there he is, just chilling out near the tight end. Yep, all ready. And then, look, already on the inside of the left tackle right off. Left tackle's sort of having to cup his arm round him, but he's already past that, but left tackle's already out of position. Fights his way through the block. Running back's just here. Left tackle's free falling. There we go, thank you. I want a hug again. He likes hugs. He's a man of emotion. I can respect that. He likes getting hugs. But yeah, we'll quickly just have a look at that one from the back again. In full, bang, through the tackle, run defense. That's just your standard 101 run defense. I love it so much. He's a big man. He's a nasty man. Good run defender. He's at the 7 tech here. It's another run play. It's not involved in this, but this is quite funny. The tight end lunges at him, and he just steps aside and lets him fall to the ground. It's really funny. He doesn't fall to the ground, but it's how he so nonchalantly just kind of. You can see him here, just opposite the. It's the left tackle actually, not the tight end. My bad. But just watch the left tackle sort of dive at him and him step out the way. It's quite funny. Dive. Oh no. I don't know. I'm easily amused with these things. Forgive me that. I would like to think I do enough serious analysis on here where I can have a little joke every now and then, but yeah, no, not there. Run is stuffed. This is a pass play. He's at the 7 tech this time. He tries to come inside, but there's a free blitzer and the quarterback has to throw real quick, so he can't make a play on it himself. This guy just at the top is going to be a free blitzer. Ball's got to be thrown really quickly and it's incomplete, so again, not much. Just on the left here, you're going to see him try and take an inside route here, but the free blitzer just means that he's got no chance to get there in time. Again, did you see the little jersey tug there? Little bit of getting held, but you know, what can you do? He's at the wide 9 on this play. It's a pass play. Left tackle grabs his helmet, but he chops him off and gets the inside edge, but the throw's out again quickly. I'll show you this slowly from the back, but they like grabbing his helmet. You're not allowed to grab helmets, but the way he just dismissively chops the block off him. Again, the hands are just, like Karate King. There you go, look, hands on helmet, very first thing he does. You're not allowed to do that, you're not allowed to grab it, but, look, 1 hand free, 2 hands free. Watch how he just chops off so dismissively. Bang, get off me. And you see, hands up in the air, trying to stop the pass, but he can't, but it's just... I'll watch it through. Watch how he dismissively just chops him off. Bang! Yeah. Don't want no smoke with me. Like I say, his hands are elite. More so than a lot of guys you see, but hand right on helmet to start with. He's pulling him down there. You can see his hand pulling his helmet down, and he's just, I'm not having this. Bang. And look how quick he's just chopped his way off that thing. Goes inside, gets his hands up. It's a good pass. But again, these tackles are just having such a problem with him that they're having to resort to nefarious means to try and defeat him. This is a run plays at the 7 tech here. This is another great show of his strength. So you're going to see him, he gets under the tight end and dog walks him into the rush lane, and the running back ends up hitting the tight end on his way to getting swallowed up. So we can see the guy is just opposite here. Just watch him get under him and walk him backwards into the running lane. Ooh. And then just basically uses him as a human shield. You can see it again just a bit better from this angle. So here he is, just opposite the tight end. And just watch the arch. The tight end's like a gymnast arching backwards. So look at him, under him already. You can just see, just got the helmet underneath. Running back number 21 here is getting the ball. And just look at how he's arched him backwards. Like, he is underneath. He is forcing him back. And look at 21 here. Who does the running back hit? Bang. Runs right into the tight end, who shoves him into a group of people. And he's down. Just sheer strength. I'll just show you it through in its entirety without stopping it. So you can see him just on the edge here. Watch him against his tight end. Up he goes, levers him in, hits the running back with him, going nowhere. Again, just a great show of strength and great run discipline. I love this guy's run defense. It's so good. And the weird thing is, a lot of people assume Elijah Roberts for the pass rush ability because you see the pressure numbers, but like his run game stuff is really, and again at 285 is what you bet in first. And the fact he can get to the quarterback so often is why I'm really confused that people are so low on him, because the tweener stuff doesn't really matter because he's got the production. A lot of tweeners don't have production, which is why I don't like tweeners, but when you're a tweener and you got production, I can kind of forgive that. Where are we here? 1707. Another run play. So this is very short yardage, as you can see. It's like a 1 yard sitch, and they're trying to shunt it over in a short yardage situation. He gets inside his blocker, helps stop the running back from converting. Again, this is just really good run defense from the big guy. So watch, he's going to get inside his blocker and he comes in and helps make the block, and you'll see his number in there. They don't convert. Excuse me. Easier to see from the back here. So he's this guy just at the top, just on the right tackle's outside shoulder. And look, he just... he's this guy on the top here. It's very tough to show you. It's very tough to show you in such a short space of time. But I'm going to try. But yeah, he's this guy. Just here. And you're just going to see him very quickly. He's going to get inside this block. He's just coming across here. Running back's just coming in. And you see here, his helmet, he's inside of the block. Just about. Getting onto the pylon. But look where the running back goes. Running back's gone straight into where his body is in this melee here. And then you can just see him get back up again. And this is Elijah here. Running back's here. His helmet's just in here. He's the one who's hugging him, stopping him from going any further forward. Again, great defense from the big man. And this is in short yardage as well. Again, just a play that I really, really like from him. He's not afraid to get himself right in the middle of that scrum and be the one who takes charge of it. We're on 1733. This is another run plays at the 9 technique here. Once again, doesn't get sucked in by the possible fake handoff. He watches his gap. Again, this may seem trivial or not worthwhile, but I think it is. It's all about not biting on the fakes. Again, doesn't bite, but then comes out when he's ready to. There to make the tackle. This is just on the edge here. And look, runner's coming across. It's going to be easy for him to vacate this gap here. And not, and the quarterback can keep it. And the quarterback might have a gap through here because the linebacker is going outside. You just see, just maintains his gap, looks where the ball is, sees the ball's coming across, straight out, and he's there if the tackle's missed. Again, one of his plus points is his range in the ground game. And you're going to see a play later where you see he's got good range in the ground. Even at 285, if someone does get out wide, he can track them. And if he's at a standing start, he can still track some of the quicker running backs. He's got the speed to be able to do it. One of his big defining features. Can Got about 8 or 9 plays left now. So he's at. This is another pass play. He's at the 7 tech here, double teamed by the right guard and the right tackle, but he's able to shake the right guard off. We talk about him fighting through the double teams. This is an example of him being able to do so. You see how he's able to shake him off right at the end. Good usage of your hands. So you can see he's just on the edge here, opposite, just between the tight end and the right tackle. Going to dive inside. He's double teamed here, but he comes up mainly against the right guard. Look at him there, and look how he just shrugs him off. Shrug, done. Ball's out by this point. That is really dangerous pass. But again, we're looking at the one-on-one with him, and the way he's just able to so easily dismiss that offense, that right guard. It's positive. He fights his way through a double team. We've seen him struggle with that a couple of times, so you're always looking for the positives there. He's at the 5 tech this time. It's a pass play. He shoots the gap between the left tackle and the left guard, bullies his way through, but the pass goes the other way away from him. But yeah, we're talking about the double team stuff. Him using his strength a bit more. You can see at the top there, just fights his way through that thing. That, again, it's another awful pass from Tyler Shook. I don't know what he's doing. His receiver really bails him out here. But as you can see, Elijah just moving opposite the left tackle there, and watch him shoot that gap between the middle, fights his way through, and obviously him taking these 2 blockers allows a free rusher through the middle because they're both trying to stop him. And then this pass here, like, his receiver does really well to get him out of this, knocks it away, should be picked, but again, it's a good play from Elijah there. And again, we've not really seen him opening up opportunities for his teammates like Walter Nolen did all the time, but you see those double teams do create scenarios where that does happen for him. He's out at the 9 tech again here. It's a pass play. Left tackle holds up well. He tries to go around the outside, but a suspicion of another helmet hold here. I've not as fully looked through this one, so we'll look through together. But you can see him go around the outside, but he holds up well enough. Ball's out pretty quick again. You don't see... The bend is a big thing with him. You don't see in this specific game him bend around the edge so much. You can do it, but you wouldn't take it away from this here. So you can see he's basically at the wide 9-ish area here. Quite a wide route. I love this angle again, but he's around and... Oh, you just saw it very briefly. Not allowed to touch the helmet, boyo. There he is. He's just under the helmet at this point here. And the ball's out. Quick tackle. Don't know whether that constitutes enough to be a foul, but again, you're not meant to go for a guy's helmet, period. And you can see his you can see his neck rotate again. I'm surprised he didn't look like a Stretch Armstrong by the time this had done. Just completely had his neck twisted all the time. 15. Another pass play. Uses the chop and swim to beat the right tackle, but the ball goes opposite field from this. But again, we're looking at the technique of Elijah himself. So, chop, swim, through. But ball's out really quick in the other direction. But again, we just talk about the hands. We keep coming back to the hands. It's the hands with this guy. They're just so strong. See him, up he comes. And right tackle is overset a little bit. So what does he do? Chops his way inside. He's through. But the ball's already halfway to its destination at this point. Shook throws it really quickly. But just another term of him winning a one-on-one very, very quickly. We've got another run play here. He's at the 9 tech again. This is the first time he slightly nibbles on a fake, but watch the recovery speed. He chases the quarterback all the way across the field till he's tackled. This is what, TDM means with his range in the ground game. He ain't just some clunker who, when you're past him, you're rid of him. He's so quick. So just watch. He slightly bites, but then watch him come out. This is him chasing, tackled. Because he is not allowing him to cut inside. He's not giving him any rest. Hang on 1 minute. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, first time that he bites a little. but it's only one. So you see, inside he comes, thinks the handoff's going that way, and then before you know it, Shook's out here, and this is a mobile quarterback who's got a yard on him. He's from a standing start, and just watch the hustle, going. Can't do anything, and then eventually he gets tackled. Other defender gets off the block. But again, this is what I want to see from my edges. I do want to see the hustle in this game, and this is an added part of his run defense. The fact that he can get out wide so quick and make tackles on the perimeter, it just adds another variation to it. It's a wonderful tackle there, but the fact that Shook's got nowhere to go means he's got to hold on to it so long, which means one of his teammates can make a play on the ball. Again, really like that. He's at 7 technique this time. It's pass play. Swipes by the left tackle again and just shoves the running back aside, pursues the quarterback, but he gets a great throwaway. But when I talked to you earlier about how I want him to see him bully the smaller running back types, this is where he does it, and this is how I know he can do it. So you can see it better from the back. Really good throw to be able to get it down there, to be fair. But you can see it much better from here. So here he is, just between the left tackle and the tight end. And just watch the dismissive. He goes to the 4-eye. And watch, swipe past there. You see, he's just used the hands again to get past. This running back's going to come across. Boom! Straight out the way. Don't want my smoke. Puts pressure on the quarterback. It's a good play from him, but it's a good throw. And it's good after yards catch there from the receiver. But that's what I want to see a little bit more of. Just a bit more of that bullying, pancaking demeanour from him. The hands are really good and violent. Sometimes I just want to see him finish off just a little bit better. But, you know, I could be a little bit nitpicky on my account. Who knows? He's at the wide 9 here on another pass play. Beats the tight end. All ends up. He dives inside the pull-in left guard. And the quarterback is sacked in a collapsed pocket by a teammate. But again, keep saying handwork. With some of these guys, you just keep talking about the handwork of them. It's so good. And it's a sack in a... And to us, we're coming to the end of the game here. This is a defensive stand from SMU, so this matters even more. But you'll see him right out wide here. So it's a case of tight end's just on the edge here. Watch him beat the tight end, all ends up. And then keep your eye on the left guard here, who's going to pull across. So, short sitch. So look, straight through him. Tight end. Tight end doesn't stand a chance. He's through him. Left guard's just coming across here. Watch the left guard. Inside the left guard. Left guard oversets inside. Inside he comes. And then he's sacked by another guy here. But this is just great technique from the guy himself. You know, he's not the one who gets the sack, but he's the one who helps collapse the pocket and put the quarterback under pressure. So again, and Shook can't see him at this point because he thinks he's got a good gap here, but he's past one. Left guard comes, oversets, and he's got him already. He's got him on the inside. Shook just doesn't see it coming, but you can see the pocket is collapsed on this side. He's got no room. These two are creating good disruption here. Sack. Big stop there from the SMU defense. This is another pass play. So he's at the wide 9 this time. You're going to see him. He's going to bull rush the right tackle. Gets him off balance so he can disengage easy enough. And he's inches away from batting down the pass here. So again, you're going to see the strength on show again. Just look, bang, straight into him. Nearly gets a hand on that pass. But this offense is going nowhere. Really good defensive stand from SMU at this point from all of the guys. But yeah, he's right on the wide edge here. And just watch the initial contact with the right tackle. Just bang. He's got him stretched all the way back. He's got him where he wants him here. And then just look how he's able to separate. A little tug there as well. So maybe the faintest inference of a hold. But he's right in Shook's face. And look how close he is. Oh, so close to getting that pass out the air. I mean, the pass does go, but there's just nowhere for him to go. Again, this is pocket collapsing. It's really good stuff. And, you know, maybe if he's 10 pounds lighter, he ends up getting all the way to the sack, but then he doesn't have the raw strength to beat the tackle. So there's something to work with here. It's just finding It's finding the right balance between his weight and his speed, but the speed to power stuff of his is really, really good. Now we've got 2 plays left. This is the 4-eye, it's a run play. He engages the left guard, but then he makes a dash round the edge, but the quarterback moves up in the pocket. Trying to make an opportunity, you see here. Engages the left guard, decides actually I'm going to go round the outside, but Shuck comes down the inside. But again, there's just nothing for him at this point. They're teeing off on this offensive line, causing them all sorts of problems. So you see just the 5 at the top here, and in he goes. He's double teamed, which, 3 guys on the 2 here, 1-on-1s on this side. Tries his luck round the edge. There's just nothing there for him. And then the play that finishes the game for SMU, it's an interception. This is a pass play. He's at the 5 tech. He fights the long way around the right guard, but he doesn't get close to the quarterback because, he has to go round so far. But it's picked in the end zone. Just a nice way for this SMU team who did so well this year. Tries all the way around the edge. Throws down the middle. Really, really good pick. That is picked up by the SMU guy at the bottom. In fact, just watching the pick for this alone is worth it. So yeah, there's Elijah just opposite the right tackle. You're going to see him come try around the outside again. Gap opens up in the middle. Still, you see the hands, they're just all over the place. Very active, very tough. And there you have it, SMU win the game. Let's just get back to regular screen so I can get us back to where we are. Left monitor, hide, unhide. And yeah, that is the tape for Elijah Roberts, his view against against Louisville there. So as always, I want you to let me know what you thought about that. Was there anything I didn't see? Was there anything else you would say about him? But for me, as far as the scouting report goes, I think it's very accurate. You see the strength in there with him. Like, the bull rushes are effective. They're good. You get the one-on-ones. These guys are very, he's very tough to be able to deal with. The hands, like, the amount of times I talked about his hands in that film, the hands, they're so vicious. One swipe, he's off, and you just see time and time and time again. Guys can't engage him because he gets the arm free and he uses it to hit off where he's at. It's just so good. In terms of, the hand usage, it's just violent, it's nasty, the technique is really good. The bend, you didn't see the bend really in this game. He can do it, but just, I can't say much more for that. But he does have good bend around the edge as and when he wants to. You can see the speed to power stuff in there. Like, he starts at the wide 9s so much in the 9 tech that he needs the speed to come inside, and then you see him just set the anchor, and the amount of times he's under guys forcing them back. That speed to power rush conversion is just, again, you can see it on show. It's really good. And then his range as a run defender, again, you've seen him pursuing quarterbacks to the perimeter, being able to, force them into mistakes, him pursuing out wide as well. And about his thing is his gap integrity. It's so good. The amount of fakes he didn't bite on, like I showed you, and the one time he did, he recovered, and he still was able to help make a play on the ball, even when he got suckered in a little bit. But he doesn't give up his gap for the most part. Yeah, there's some plays you saw where guys can get under him, and he was leaving out. Again, it's all part of the inconsistency of him, and why he's going to be a 3rd, 4th round pick. You need to see a little bit more consistent there. But I think the strengths, for the most part, which you can see there, are all on show. The negatives, that the tackling. Now, for the most part in this game, the tackling was really, really good. I thought it was very clean, it was very clear, but you can see some of the issues, like the sack he had. It wasn't very, let's just say, technically refined. It was quite messy, but the fact that he was all over him and he was incessant was still able to bring you down. That's fine. It's a plus point in my book, but you can see potentially where some of those issues come from. So the tackling will have to be worked on, especially, you sell yourself on your run defense. But, 17.6%, Shamar Stewart's got 28. So it's 10% less than what Shamar Stewart's at. So even though it's still relatively high, it's still not as high as some of the better prospects out there, technically better prospects. I think Elijah Roberts is going to be better, but hey ho. And then you see, like, where's his position going to be? The tweener stuff, the mass stuff. You saw him struggle with double teams when he came on the interior against a big, chunky interior lineman, etc. I don't think the tweener stuff really bothers me. I would put him in a 4-man front and use him as a stand-up edge rusher. I think that's where he belongs. I think this. You're not gonna draft him to be a versatile guy. You're gonna draft him to be an edge rusher, like potentially a big end. Who knows? But at, 6'4", 285, he will make a very good career as a big end in the league. You don't need. Not every single player on a roster needs to be positionally versatile. I don't think it should affect his standing, especially at his size. Like, he's a good enough edge rusher. Like, people think that the heavy weight's going to stop him from getting sacks and stuff. No, it's not. You saw there, it's not. He's still going to get plenty of pressures in the league, and I don't think he's going to need to drop to the interior to mask those issues. So this is why I'm a little higher on him. I think he's got one position. I think he's very good at that position. I think he's good in both facets of the game, the run game and the pass game. The run defense and the pass rushing. I think they're both quite adequate. So for me, I think he's a round 3 pick for sure. I think the Detroit Lions should double dip at edge. If we take one at 28, I want to take one with 103 or 130. Obviously, Tyler Baddy's one that I'm really, interested in. But if Elijah Roberts happened to be edge 2, and we got someone like Scourton or Ezeiruaku or someone early doors, I am a happy chappy at the end of this draft. I think there's some very good edge players who are going to be sat waiting in that day 2, early day 3 band. Like I said, Ashton Jalott, someone like that, he's going to be in there as well. Elijah Roberts. If one of these disrespected ACC pass rushers ends up with us as our second edge out of this draft, I will just be very happy nonetheless. So that is everything I have on Elijah Roberts. Hopefully, Brent, that was a good enough breakdown for you. What to put my effort into doing this, and let me know what you think about Elijah Roberts in the comments below. Again, let me know what you think about the videos. This is the first year I've done the draft prospect videos and tapes like this. I intend in future to do a lot more of them, and I'll probably do them during the season for guys that I know will be coming out so we can get more done, because I've only been able to get 4 done this year. But if you've liked what I've done and if you enjoyed it, let me know, and if there's anything I can improve on as well, let me know and we'll do that. But yeah, that is everything from DPR today. This was Elijah Roberts. I am Anthony Fitzpatrick. We shall see you again very soon. Thank you ever so much from everyone here at ROTL UK. One Pride, worldwide.